I just did my very first Zwift race in category C. It was hard. Last week I did my very first Zwift race ever in category D. I won and got promoted. I was really excited for that race and I was wondering how it would compare to category D, if I could keep up or even do well. So I called up my friend Maarten and I asked him if he wanted to join this race. He was excited, so we went for it.
54 al. Woehoe! Hey, wordt een echte wedstrijd.
Ja.
Lachen man.
Top 10 is mooi?
Oh, top 50%, denk ik.
Oké.
Knallen zo.
Gaan we voor top 20, je niet?
Top 20. Dat is goed.
So the goal was set, top 20. I'm not sure if that was even close to possible, but it sounded like a fun challenge. In my last race in category D, I got dropped at the start. This time, however, I knew you could do like a pre-spin before the start to get your power up and like blast out of the gates, so I didn't get dropped.
There we go.
So I just started editing this race and I noticed I'm doing some weird stuff with my mouth. Didn't know that. We'll pay attention to that next time. Just look at it. Crazy.
Wat voor shirt heb jij aan? Ik ben oranje trouwens. Die blauwe?
Ja.
Oké, ja, we gaan niet voorop fietsen, dat weet ik wel.
So nothing really happened. We were just cruising along, trying to get as much draft as possible.
Nou, dit tempo een half uur volhouden is wel pittig, denk ik.
Oh, ik heb heel zwaar bezig.
Ik vind het nou wel leuk.
I was pretty much enjoying the race so far and started thinking about the climb we had to face. Since I live in the flattest country in the world, I was not looking forward to that.
Zometeen komt de steile klim.
Oh man.
Considering his reaction, I thought Maarten was dreading the climb as well.
Het gaat niet meer.
Hè?
Hij is de verbinding kwijt.
Nee!
Nee, godzijdank.
Ah, zuur.
Connection failure, sponsor.
Ah.
But it turned out his stacks lost connection to his computer, so he dropped out. Yeah, that sucked. Maarten got everything working again, but he was dropped out, so we couldn't race together anymore. That sucked a bit, but we pushed on. We approached the first climb. As I had a feather, I popped it and tried to stay in the front group, but I kinda misjudged the effort it would take.
Oh, een beetje opgeblazen bij de klimmen. Oeh. Ja.
I started regretting going so hard on that little climb. My legs were already burning.
Deze is wel echt zwaarder dan die andere. Ik ga voor de top 50. Het zwaarste moet nog komen. Hey.
And then my girlfriend walked in to support me and started to cheer me on. So that gave me a little more energy to keep pushing. The race went on, of course. I was hovering about place 20. I was really feeling it now and I realized I was about to get dropped from the first group.
Ja, kut. Zwaar. Ik hou de groep niet bij.
When I realized that, I started pushing towards this group. I was already pretty beat up at this point, but I didn't want to get dropped before the big climb. I was happy when I made it back and I thought I could rest for a bit, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Going into the climb, I wanted to be relatively at the front of the group so I wouldn't get dropped immediately, and I had some time for the group to catch up on me, and so I don't have to push as hard on the climb, if that makes any sense. That worked for about 30 seconds and then everybody took off. When I'm outside, I mainly ride gravel bikes or mountain bikes, and in mountain biking it's really important to keep some sort of flow. So when you go up a steep climb, you push extra hard to keep your momentum going, and that was what I wanted to do at this steep section of the climb as well. So I pushed hard, pushed over it to try and keep my momentum. I got over the climb and I started to push a bit more watts because I thought when going downhill at high speeds without pedaling it would give you a super torque and save me some energy. But for some reason it didn't. I need to check why so I can use it in other races. At this point in the race, I'm in no man's land. There's a group ahead of me and a group behind. So I decided to wait for the group behind me and ride with them. Borer and Groza passed me, but I didn't feel like chasing them yet. And then this other guy called Mitchell comes flying by, and I thought he could bring me back to the group, so I stayed in his draft. Then out of nowhere he starts putting out 5 watts per kg, and I have to react fast to stay with him. Then he also puts on an aero boost, and it looks like he was trying to lose me or something. I just chased him down and we joined the 2 others, but I was dying inside.
Oh joh, ik ga kapot.
Skipping forward, you can see Mitchell has lost us again with a 4-second gap. So we went on the chase.
Hey Maarten.
Ja.
Ik dacht dat we samen gingen fietsen, man.
Ja. Gezellig man dit.
Leuk hè?
Is dat nou zo'n hijgende Maarten die je hoort te hebben?
Nou ja, weet ik niet. Hetzelfde als een hijgende Yannick, denk ik. Dat is wel lekker hoor.
4 minutes later, he still has a gap on us, and we also got a new group member, a Spanish guy. We eventually caught up with Mitchell with 2 kilometers to go.
We gaan straks met z'n 5 knallen voor plek 20. Nee.
So, he lost 800 meters. I was thinking about how I could play this out. My legs were feeling pretty bad, and the other guys were beginning to push a lot more power. I saw Huertas going for it, but since the finish line was pretty far away, I decided to let him go for it. The other guys were also putting in more effort, and I had a hard time following them. But after the last corner, I gave it all. I just didn't have enough energy left in me to push for the 20th place. It was a close call, but I finished 21st, with just 1/10 of a second behind. According to Zwift Power, I finished in 16th place, which is a nice result after all. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm also wondering what you thought of this race and if I could have done something better. Yeah. See you next time.